Watching the sunrise is something I do very often. Being an insomniac, sleeping more than 3 hours a night is not very common, so every now and then I crawl out of the sheets that never seem to keep me warm and step outside into the 5 a.m. darkness. Whether the ground is dry or damp or whether it's covered in snow, I sit on the hill back in the yard facing what I assume to be the east and wait for what feels like a lifetime before I see the tips of the sun emerging from somewhere beyond the horizon. I sit and watch and think. I think a lot. Thinking is one of the things that I'm great at. I think most about the world, how big it is, how it manages to hold all of us, if it will ever let us go. I wish I were better at sleeping. I wish I could do the one thing all living things are supposed to do. After watching the sun be more beautiful than I'll ever be, I forced myself to walk back inside that house that was never a home. I'm a very simple person. With a name like Sal Reese, I ought to be. My hair is brown and my eyes are green, and I always wear whatever's clean. Usually that means boots and a sweater and makeup. That won't make me pretty no matter how hard I try. I wear a ribbon whenever I'm feeling happy. Needless to say, it almost always remains untouched. And then I walk out into the air that I have to breathe and force my lungs to inhale, exhale. I wish I lived in a city with shops and busy streets and bright lights and skyscrapers that makes you forget that the sky is even there. But I don't. And it feels a little drab after a while, living in a small town where the most excitement you'll ever get is seeing your garden grow. But then comes the snow, and along with the snow comes jackets and mittens and gloves we have to wear unless we want to die out here with our gardens. Rose always spoke about beautiful ways to die. She told me that freezing in the snow would be peaceful. Eventually all of your limbs and nerves would be numb from the ice and you would feel nothing. And how nice would that be, to feel nothing? She told me that after your heart forced its last beat through your skinny veins, you would be nothing, and it would be even nicer to be nothing at all. But I don't want to be nothing at all, at least not for a while. Rose is nothing, because she left the world 3 years and 47 days ago. And when she was alive, she was nothing as well. She never did anything extraordinary, but I've got more years than Rose did, and I plan on being so. Rose gave me a journal before she evaporated into the sky. It was a little leather booklet that remained untouched until I was brave enough to revisit her memory. She gave it to me and said, "Never stop writing, Sal. Whatever you do, you gotta keep that pencil going. Except, I don't write in pencil. Erasers are for the weak. I write in pen. All of my great and darkest memories, so that even if they are painful to see and reread, they will never be able to go away. But this way I can be certain that this life is not a dream." Rose would take me to where the woods meet the river, and we would sit and she would tell me a story. And she'd tell me about princesses and queens and lions in the jungle and millions of diamonds hiding in a cave. But when Rose took her life, she took her stories with her and ripped this better world away from me. I thought I hated this world. I never knew she did too. She who gave me gifts of freedom and showed me great things and taught me how to be. She who let herself fade away, who stopped her life before the world got a chance to. But I've seen the sunrise many times, and I've seen the light rip away the darkness. I've taught myself how to forget these better lands and become satisfied with the cold. In the night, when there is no sun for me to run towards, I light up candles I keep in boxes hidden in the back of my drawers. I light 3. One for Rose, one for me, one for the person I was meant to be. And I stay with them till I blow them out. I watch them light up, and I watch them burn, and I watch them die, and I learn that there is no escaping of anything. She hated this sad world, and so did I, until I realized that it's the only thing I'll ever have. Rose flew into the sky like the geese that migrate in September, chasing the sun. She abandoned the nest we had built, and left me with wings but no knowledge on how to fly. she left me here, forcing me to teach myself how to roam the sky. But I have a need to chase the sun. I found it right here, and I'm grateful for its light. I know Rose is hidden somewhere in those beams, and someday I will be too, but someday is a long way from today. At least I hope it is. And until then, my pen will continue to write. And although I will never be extraordinary, at least I've seen the sunrise.